Hey, what's going on, guys? This is KNasty390 here. We are back with episode number 4 of the Detroit Tigers franchise rebuild. We are in the spring, early summer of 2018. We are right before the Rule 4 draft is what it's called, the amateur draft. We have the number 2 overall pick in the draft, so we kind of need to do well on this. Our team right now is actually not awful. 23-30. It's not great. It's pretty bad, but it's not awful. We got some older players that we picked up as free agents last season. Depending on how we do, we may keep them around if we might make a push for a wild card. We'll trade them off and get some more prospects. But we have the number 2 pick in the draft. There's no compensatory round picks. We have the second pick in every single round. The White Sox have the number 1 pick. They take a starting pitcher at a high school. So let's see who we got. There's a center fielder here who's 4 years away. I don't really love that pick. A left fielder, again, 4 years. Why are my scouts wasting resources on a guy who's 23 years old? We'll be in the majors when he's 27. Like, come on. All right, here we go. This guy's ready next year. Tino Gomez, left fielder, could have 80 and 70 contact, 70 and 65 power, 60 fielding, which is above average, 70 discipline, 75 vision. I like this. Wish the fielding was a little higher, but beggars can't be choosers. Left fielder. He's only 5'7", pretty small guy. But if you can hit, you can hit. Another left fielder, again, he's a few years away. So probably won't look at him in the second overall pick. Right now, Gomez is the favorite. I don't want to screw this pick up. We need to make sure we get a guy with like a really high bar, at least green. A couple pitchers here are a few years away. A first baseman a few years away. This first baseman also a few years away. But he's only 18. And that's someone maybe in the second round. Really good contact, potentially good fielding, good discipline, solid vision. Not great fielding, but maybe a future DH, something like that. Another first baseman here, but he's 21, a few years away. A catcher, a few years away, but he's 21. I always feel like catchers are like 4 years away from the MLB ETA. And I guess that makes sense. In real life, catchers are the position that takes the longest to develop because you have to learn, just hitting, getting your way up to the majors, and the responsibilities as a defensive catcher, plus also like framing, working with pitchers. It takes a lot. This second baseman, this is an intriguing second base prospect here. Out of Puerto Rico, Jamie Estrada. This guy is 6'4". Holy that's a big second baseman. Not much of a contact hitter. 55, it's above average to average. Power is 75 and 70. That's well above average, borderline elite. Could have 80 fielding. Now, second base isn't a position you need like the best fielding. I would say shortstop, catcher, center field, right field, third base are like the most important fielding positions. That being said, fielding is a plus. I mean, if this is a second baseman who could hit 30 home runs and play Gold Glove defense, his bar is fully scouted. So it's between Gomez and Estrada right now. There's a starter a few years away. Another starter, another second baseman who's a few years away, so we'll pass on that. A second baseman, again, this guy could be ready immediately. And this is more of a traditional second baseman in terms of not great power, average power, but really good hitting. But this is a deal breaker. He has 80 contact versus left, but only 65 versus right. If that was flip-flopped, you face more right-handed pitchers than left-handed pitchers, I would maybe consider it. Because of that, I'm going to take pass on that. I think that's it. So we come down to the left fielder and the second baseman. So at second base, we currently have Howie Kendrick. Our left fielder is Schwarber, but we do have McCutchen in center. We don't really have much in the way of outfield prospects either. I'm going to take a chance on Gomez. I feel like he's a better all-around player, except for the fielding, but I think contact and power and the vision and discipline, I kind of like that from Tino Gomez. We're going to take him number 2 overall pick. Now, I want to see what the name of the second baseman is that we were looking at. Was it Tommy Blake? No, he wasn't the one. It was Estrada. Let's see where Jamie Estrada goes. Watch him go 3. He still hasn't gone yet. Oh, there he went. He went to the Pirates. I was hoping maybe slip into the second round, but here we are. We are in the second round. Let's see. There's a first baseman here. This was the guy I was mentioning. I was intrigued by him. He's available in the second round, so I'll probably take him. Now, he's 4 years away, but he's only 18. So, I mean, if you're 4 years away, do the math. He's 22. Could have 75 and 80 contact, above average power, 55 power. Fielding is average, above average. Discipline and vision are above average to well above average. But, I mean, the hit tool, I mean, if you can hit, you can hit. So Peralta is an option there. But let's see what else is out here. Maybe there's another option that I really like. I'm not seeing it. So we're going to go with the first baseman. Unless this second baseman, Pinto, excuse me. Now we're going to go with the first baseman here. Johnny Peralta. Hopefully we did well on that pick. I kind of like it. I was hoping he'd be available in the second round, and he was. So that's good. Round 3 now. Let's just see what we have for scouted. Some pitchers who are a few years away. A second baseman's 21 who's a few years away. A starting pitcher, this guy's I'm intrigued by because he could be ready in a year, and he's a lefty. Could have 80 stamina, 70 hits per nine. Just in case you're new, when I say the 70, it's on a 20 to 80 scale. On the left here, it says 80s elite, 70s well above average, 60s above average, 50s average, 40s below average, so on and so forth. So he could have 65 K per nine, so that's above average. 65 walks per nine, it's above average. Could have really good breaks, so he's kind of like one of those crafty lefties. Ken Amos, there's a second baseman here. He's a few years away. He's 21. I'm good on that. Another second baseman a few years away. I think really crazy. Another pitcher. Now this guy, I actually like this one a little bit more because he could have 80 hits per nine. So you could have 80 stamina, 80 hits per nine, 70 walks per nine, 70 Ks per nine. I mean, that could be better. He's right-handed, but I'll take this with Castro. Or Casto, there's no R in that. Casto. So we're going to take Joaquin Casto in the third round. Let's hope that Amos guy's still available. I haven't seen his name pop up yet. I think he's available. I think he's available. There he is, Ken Amos. So we got lucky. We've had like different options that we wanted, and they've been there. So I like what we got so far in this draft. I'll take this guy in the 5th round. He's a project, but in the 5th round, I mean, if he has an 80 potential, he could have above average power to well above average power at second base and above average fielding and contact. Yeah, he's 21. He won't be ready till he's 25. But I mean, if you're a player, if you're 25 and you can play in the 5th round, that's okay. In the 1st round, I don't want to wait until you're 25 to play. I'll take a chance on that in a later round. Like right now, I'm going to take a chance on one of these guys here, not the reliever. Maybe the starter, Stephen Yang. Yeah, I'm going to go with him because he's the youngest. So Stephen Yang? I probably got his name wrong. I apologize, Stephen, and to your family. All right. Last round number 7. There's a right fielder. I'm just hoping maybe one of these guys that we scouted, even if their potential's not high, if they have like an elite tool, that's great, but they don't. So I'm going to take this left fielder. Does he have an elite tool? Nah. I guess we'll take the reliever. I mean, you need relievers. I mean, if he has a B potential, it's not too bad. Let's see how we did. This is a very important draft for our franchise. Very important. We drilled, nailed, whatever you want to say, the first pick, great. We nailed it. Tino Gomez, 94 potential, 70 overall, 21 years old. I like this guy. His durability and his fielding are low. That's the only thing. I mean, we can swap him and Schwarber out in regards to DH if we need to, but this guy looks to be a professional hitter. I like that. Tino Gomez, that's not a bad pick. Round 2, Johnny Peralta. I said he would be a guy who I liked because he had he's kind of a project, but he's only 18. As you can see, he's 18 years old. He already has 67 and 77 contact, hitting respectively versus righty and lefty. His durability is good. His fielding is ass, but he's 18. Hopefully that can go up. 89 potential. He should jump up in that, especially hitting. Hopefully he can develop some power. That's usually the last thing to develop for prospects, just as you get bigger, stronger, and you kind of understand how to hit more. These pitchers receive potentials. That was kind of duds. Stephen Donnelly, unfortunately, was not a good pick in that second baseman. Stephen Yang, whatever your name is, you're a B potential 80. And Matthew Wells at reliever. I mean, it's the 7th round. If you get anything, it's a bonus. But Gomez and Peralta, that was big. 380 hires, including 194. I'm happy with that. Tino Gomez, welcome to the Detroit Tigers organization. Like I say, he's only 5'7", but he looks to have a little bit of pop. And maybe a little like a Javi Baez. Not a big guy, but he can definitely hit. So let's continue to sim. We'll go through probably at least the trade deadline. Maybe we'll finish the year. It depends. Right now, we are kind of like almost at 500. We are at 500. We're now above 500. That lasted not long. Now we're back over it. We're going back and forth. We're up and down. Now, Baltimore, you want Ruben Bacon? I know he's not like the best prospect, but if you want a Ruben Bacon, you better be giving me something really good. And Jomar Reyes is not something really good. Bacon is almost untouchable. Almost. I mean, Bacon's really good, but I mean, you give me, like, if there's a guy whose last name is Pizza, we'll talk. Ender Inciarte got traded in the division from the Braves to the Mets for Champ Stewart and Dom Smith. Okay. So I want to see where we're at. Jose Abreu was traded. The Mets are going in. All in. They traded Selman, Lindsay, and Vientos. So it depends. I mean, if we're at 500 or right around 500, but we're like 6 games out of the playoffs, I'll probably move some players. Nate Jones got traded for Jared Kendall and Heredia. Kendall's an okay prospect to be potential. All right, so let's just go up to the trade deadline. We are 53 and 52. We're a game over 500, 6 out of the division, 2 out of the wild card, but we have to jump 3 teams. The Rays and the Twins, and then at least the Yankees to get in there. Our run differentials were a +9, so we are like on the plus end of that. Let's see what we got for prospects. See how they're doing, at least in terms of this list. Brandon McKay is 21. Sixto Sanchez has jumped up to 22. I think he was like 40-something. Let's see. Royce Lewis is 29. Alex Fadio is 32. They're gonna work their way up, boys. Manning is 44. Perez is 45. We got a lot of starting pitchers on this list. So our pitching, we don't have that guy yet. I mean, we don't have like a Clint Frazier, Victor Robles, Gleyber Torres, Bo Bichette, Willie Adams or Adames. I always get his name wrong. Kevin Mason. So we don't have any of those guys. But let's see how our team is doing, because maybe we can make a move. Michael Fulmer's turning into that ace. 2.97 ERA, a whip of 1.06, struck out 114, 136 innings. Pomeranz is pitching pretty well, a 3.41 ERA. I mean, for what we're paying him, like $3 million last year before he was a free agent, I mean, that's not bad. I told you he was going to come back to these last 3 years right here. His bad year last year, I didn't think would last. Daniel Norris has kind of regressed a little bit, but not too bad. His whip is high, which does worry me a little bit. That's whipification, knows walk, hits per innings pitched. Gio Gonzalez is so good in these franchises. 2.82 ERA. We're going to move him up in this, actually. And Anibal Sanchez is solid with 3.90. Our bullpen is maybe we can get an upgrade. There's Rodriguez is struggling with a 4.87. Hildenberger is a 4.18 ERA. Wilson's pitching well at 2.25. Rodon's really struggling. And Green actually has been a nice little revelation as a closer. I don't care about saves, but he does have 24 of them. In the minors, Sanchez, I mean, none of these guys are pitching outstanding, except Matt Manning is. We can maybe get a bullpen arm. I think that might be something wise for us to do. And let's see, Cozart's doing well, Alonso's doing okay, McCutchen is doing all right, nothing crazy, but his overall is going up. He's only 31. Like, I feel like Andrew McCutchen in real life is like 35, because he's been in the league forever, since 2009. But he's still doing all right. Schwarber, this is what I like to say out of Schwarber. 261 average, 18 bombs, getting on base. That's nice to see. Let's see, anything else. Norris is doing all right at catcher. McKay's showing some pop in AAA with 16 bombs. So I think what we should get is maybe a center fielder. I mean, Martin doesn't really get on base. He does steal some bases, but maybe get a center fielder. Third base, I think we're fine with Candelario. Maybe get a reliever too. So let's go check the trade block. I'm not going to give up any of our 8 potential guys unless we get a young stud. But I think we should go for it. We're 2 games out, which this would be a quick turnaround. But let's see what's out there. Avisail Garcia. I mean, we could put him at center. I won't want to put him at center. He doesn't have the defense for it. Haniger, he has 23 bombs. Really good power versus righties. Now he can play right, center, or left. 27 years old for the New York Yankees. That could be an option. Let's see if... No, wait. He's only had 1 year of service time. He doesn't really hit lefties. I mean, that kind of is a problem with Schwarber. But let's keep looking. Putnam is a reliever. Pitching okay at 3.86 ERA. But I'm not sure how that's sustainable. Joe Smith, a 4.33, not really what we're looking for. Lonnie Chisenhall does have 14 bombs, but not a whole lot else. Liam Hendricks is a 1.51 ERA. That is not bad at all. 35 innings. Let's see if he can probably be pretty cheap to get. Let's see if we can get him from the A's. Oh, that won't be too bad. They want a catcher or closer or second baseman. I don't want to give up Jake Rogers. We can give up Joey Morgan, a 21-year-old C potential catcher, and we get Liam Hendricks. Perfect. So we got a reliever. I do want to get maybe another reliever. Like I said, I want to get could we get Adrian Beltre? We might be able to get Beltre. He could help us versus left-handed pitching, as you can see. He does have still solid fielding. This year's hitting 289, 16 bombs, 351 on base. His wins above replacement is a 1.8. Let's see what we can get him. Now let's take a look and compare him to Candelario, who is a 24-year-old prospect. Their wins above his wins above replacement is 1.5, so it's a slight upgrade. I don't think it would cost a lot. They want pitching. We actually have a surplus of starters, like in our farm system. We got Ike Reyes, who's 19 years old, 75 overall. He's a B potential. I don't want to give him up. I mean, as you can see, they would do that in a heartbeat. We're not going to do it. Look at all these. Look at this. A. This was not my report card in college. B. I might trade like Alexander. Like that, I might do that. I mean, normally like a 23-year-old B potential starter has a lot of value. For us, he ain't seeing the starting rotation anytime soon with these guys in the system. So, and we got all these other guys down here too. Maybe we can trade like, we can trade Guevara, who's a year younger, 1 overall less. Let's get the guy who's a year older. We can take on Beltre's contract. That's fine. And we got a third baseman to help us out. So, now we just need an outfielder, mostly a center fielder. Oh, we can trade for Miguel Cabrera. How's he doing this year? We sold at the right time. 231, 5 bombs. He still has that albatross of a contract. We didn't get a ton back in value, but we did get Schwarber, who's a young player. Marwin Gonzalez, he can't really play center. He's hitting really well this year. Tyler O'Neill, but I feel like that's going to be hard to get him because he's a young guy. AJ Pollock, maybe? Last year before he was a free agent, hit 274. That's a little pricey to get. They want a catcher, right field, shortstop, or third baseman. No, we don't really have right fielders. We have Goodrum. I mean, we have some good names. Like Goodrum. I mean, yeah, now I'm thirsty. Jacoby Jones is not really a prospect that we have. We don't really have prospects. Our prospects are in the starting rotation. I'm good on Pollock. I just don't think realistically it would work. Let's go after Haniger. So the Yankees like shortstops. Well, I am not trading Royce Lewis. What would they want? I don't want to trade Jake Rogers either. I mean, we're going to have to give up something. I don't have a problem giving up Rodriguez or Josh Naylor. Actually, Rodriguez looks to be better. I kind of like his hit tools better. And so we can give up Josh Naylor. That's the centerpiece of this. I think we can get this to work. Now, they want a shortstop. Maybe they want like a 23. No, not really. Do you want... No. The Yankees can't take on money. I'm sleep. We could probably take a reliever back who has a little bit of money on their deal. All right. Adam Warren. That's a really bad year. Boxberger. Maybe we just won't include Martin. Let's just not include him. We can go to our starting pitching. We have a ton of it. Let's like Alex Lang, Grayson Long. Those guys don't get it done. Bo Burrows, or if you include them both, that doesn't get the deal done. Let's include Guevara, and then we can't include him. We basically can't include anyone from the Major League roster. I don't want to give up Rogers. He's probably our catcher of the future. Not much of a hitter, but a really good fielder. I could include Rodriguez, but I don't want to. But we did get that first baseman in the draft. Unless we include someone down here. Damn it. I don't want to include Jake Rod. I'll include Rodriguez. We do have McKay, who's going to be our first baseman in the future. Maybe Alonso won't be our... McKay has the fielding for it. Yeah, so, I mean, we're trading 2 basically future DHs. They can hit. I don't love giving up, but we get Haniger, who is 27. The dude rakes lefties, fields, doing really well this year. 23 bombs already. Thank you, New York. Now let's get this all set up. So, we got a couple extra players on the Major League roster. Bruce Rendon's ass. We're going to send him to AAA. And then we're going to have to call up. Beltre's up. We got the shortstop. We got the outfielders. Well, we have one too many outfielders. We're going to call down Goodrum, I guess. We'll send you to AAA. We'll send one of these guys to AAA to AA to give them a little bit more of a roster. And I think then we're going to be all set and we can finish the rest of the year. We definitely got better. Now, where is the reliever that we got? Oh, Hendricks, there he is. Let's put Rodriguez here. We don't have a lefty in the bullpen, actually. Let's go get a lefty in the bullpen. We do not have one. I just realized that. So, Let's just find one real quick. I don't need something crazy. Matt Strahm, maybe? Pitching pretty well. We can get Matt Strahm. I just need, just in case we make the playoffs, we're going to need that lefty. I don't want to give too much. We don't have... our problem with our farm system is it's incredibly top-heavy, and there's not much else after it. But, luckily, we're not going after someone crazy. So this should be pretty easy to get. Like, we include just some... They want a shortstop. Do we have, like, a C... There we go. We include Vielma and, like... There we go. We include 2 C-level prospects. We get that lefty reliever, which will definitely help us. Let's see. Who to send down? Wilson's pitching well. Stram's obviously going to stay up there. I want to keep Rodriguez, even though he's struggling. No, we're going to send him down. We'll send him down. Oh, we can't. We might have to keep... I was hoping we could send him down and just... Well, send down Hildenberg then. Don't want to, but we have to. Alright, we got to send one guy down to double A. There we go. And our bullpen's looking good now. Now I like our bullpen. It's not amazing, but it gets the job done. We got to make some changes real quick to the lineup. There's Haniger, and we're going to put Beltre in there. And we're going to move him up. That's a nice lineup now. Now we got a little bit of a more potent lineup. And I'm not sure if we're going to make the playoffs. Sure. Hopefully we do. Oops, I have the wrong guy in the outfield. Shoot. Where am I missing? Oh, because Schwarber's in. Then we put Schwarber there, and then we put Beltre. There we go. Talking to myself. Obviously, I'm recording a YouTube video. Haniger, didn't include Haniger there, yes. And lastly, Haniger, Beltre, and I definitely want to move up versus lefties. All right, there we go. Let's see how we do the rest of the year, guys. Leave me in the comments what you thought about those trades we did. Did we give up too much? Like, we didn't give up our top prospects, but we gave up some middle tier ones. As we're winning some games, we're actually... I'm not sure we're going to be the playoffs, but we are definitely in the right direction. We got some top tier prospects. We kind of have to build that middle ground prospect, so that's what we have to do next. So right now, we are currently second place in the division, second place in the wild card with a 3-game lead. That's pretty impressive. We can check prospects. Are any of them moving up on the list? 23 is McKay, who will probably start next year somewhere on the team. So, let's finish off the year. I mean, just because we're in the playoffs now does not mean we're gonna make it. But I'm not intervening, by the way, unless we make it to the playoffs. Oh, that was a nice winning streak. We are actually 2.5 out of the division, 5.5 up on the wild card. It looks like we're gonna make the playoffs, boys. Unless that would be a choke. That'd be a Red Sox-sized choke. Did we do it? We have not yet. We're 3 up on the Blue Jays with 3 to play. Uh-oh. Okay, we made it. Okay, we're going to play the Yankees in the wild card game. That will be fun. So we went 89-73, quite a turnaround, and we didn't, and like we got guys on 1 year. Just this reminds me of the 13 Red Sox. Yes, I know I'm a Red Sox fan, but they just sent a bunch of guys to free agents. Kind of out of nowhere, they just won the World Series. I'm not sure we're going to win the World Series, but we have that ace in Fulmer. Pomeranz pitched really well. Gonzalez is basically an ace with that 2.35 ERA. He might have got Cy Young. Daniel Norris pitched okay. Sanchez pitched okay. They're the 4.5s. Hendricks did really well at 72 innings, a 2.12 out of the bullpen. That's a nice find. Strahm as a lefty pitched 90 innings with a 3.49 ERA. That's okay. Alex Wilson, 3.03 ERA, and then Rodriguez is the Rule 5 pick. And then Shane Green as our closer had a really good year. 2.68 ERA, 1.16 WHIP, 41 saves if you care about that. Our lineup, Haniger finished with 28 bombs, 281 average, 346 on base, 513 slugging. His wins above replacement was a very solid 2.7. I'm shocked because of his fielding. I think it'd be a little higher. Cozart, 281 with 32 home runs, 372 on base, one of the better shortstops in baseball with a 6.1 WAR. Alonso hit over 300 for us. That was a very nice free agent pickup, and he has a player option for next year. I wouldn't have a problem if he accepts it. I mean, he hit 301 with 28 home runs, got on base at a solid clip. McCutchen hit 250 with 21 home runs. Schwarber hit 32. That's exactly the year I'm looking for Kyle Schwarber. a 30 plus home runs, a 270 average, almost a 400 on base clip as a DH. You can't ask for that much more. A WAR of 3.7 is actually really good for a DH because you aren't playing defense. Beltre, not too bad. 19 home runs, almost 20, a 270 average. Kendrick, 290, 19 home runs for a second baseman. I'll take that. That's really, that's his best average wise in 3 years. Best power maybe of his career. It was best power of his career. There you go, Kendrick. Matuk in left field. He's just a player, but he did hit 21 home runs for not a great player. And then Derek Norris. As a catcher, that's solid. Hits lefties really well. So that's not too bad. We got those studs in the minors still working their way up. We got the number 2 pick. I like where this franchise is going, guys. The playoffs are in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like if you did. I'll talk to y'all later, boys. Take it easy. Peace.